Hey AfterBuzzers, welcome to the Guilt After Show. We're talking about episode 4, Blood Ties, with the amazing Emily Tremaine. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
No, this is
this song.
It started off just a nice tone, everything just the way
Everything
everything
seemed
shot.
perfect.
Just a quiet run.
Yep. And then we got
into
right.
disaster.
Yeah, they got right into it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Gabriel Gonzalez. Welcome to the Guilt After Show. So you guys see we have a special guest and a few changes to the panel, but I'd like to start with introducing the lovely ladies here. We have Natalie Atwood, Emily Tremaine.
Hi.
Where can people find you, Emily, on the social media?
On the social media, so it's I like to keep things confusing. So on Instagram, it's at Tremainiac, Tremainiac.
I like it.
It's not the correct spelling of maniac.
Hey.
And then on Twitter, Emily_Tremaine.
Awesome. And we have the social media master of AfterBuzz TV, Miss Becca Brown.
Bow down to
You can
ground.
find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
Right, so as you can see, Renee is not here with us. She will be back next week.
Well, she's not.
I
heard Renee had some theories, and now she's gone.
Yeah, so she will.
She was scared.
She's not going to be on the Guilt After Show. We're going to be having Emily every week from now on.
Yeah.
No, she'll be back next week. Feel free
Things
to
happen, Renee.
And she kept. I was saying, I thought you were. There's no way it's Natalie, but I met her. Hey, we met her, and it's like, man, I changed all my theories now.
Yeah.
Natalie has the best alibi. She was in Boston.
It is going to change. It's something. It can't be that simple. I know you're not going to say anything to me, but we just all know it can't be that simple. It would be no fun.
Yeah.
And she got to London very quickly.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, well, she comes
That's
from
my
a very
thing.
well-off family. A great prosecutor. Probably knows people who got frequent flyer miles.
A lot of theories.
So many theories, probably not much she can say.
I know. Yeah, but anyway,
Not
real
telling
quick,
you guys anything.
feel free to
Short interview.
Feel free. Oh yeah. So we have our lovely magnifying glass to find clues.
A
Yeah.
little dirty.
Yeah, okay. It means we got a lot of use out of it, looking for everything.
Yeah.
Oof, good with the response.
She looks more guilty than usual. But yeah, give Renee a follow. Renee Ariel, also Sam Davidson. She unfortunately won't be with us for the Guilt After Show. She's still at AfterBuzz TV. I'm sure
Check
she'll
her out
still
Dead
be.
of Summer.
Yes, she's on the Dead of Summer panel, another great Freeform show. So feel free to give her a follow at Sam Davidson 24.
At Sam D43.
Sam D43. I'm sorry, Sam. Sam D43. All right, so let's get right into the episode. So we see Grace and Natalie, just some sisterly bonding, having a nice run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Nice, cool run.
Yeah. So all right.
It was
so,
very cold when we were shooting that scene, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
No, I can't even wake up in the morning and go
Yeah.
outside and run as it is.
Yeah, for
It's
you, I
cold.
mean, just shooting in London for the entire show. I mean, explain to us that experience. How do you acclimate, and how do you feel like a local at the end of it, or how does it work?
You do, but you can't start talking like them because I am not Madonna. No, I don't know. I knew I was going to have an issue if getting in a car and having the wheel on the wrong side of the car was going to feel normal, and it did.
Oh wow!
But it was so cool to be shooting in London. It was like, because I live in Los Angeles, and
Accents
it's
everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of sightseeing or anything like that?
I did. I studied abroad there, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I felt like I got a lot of the sightseeing out of the way, and I could just kind of I was living in the East End, which was a really cool neighborhood, and I could just kind of hang out in my hood, and the studio was in the East End, so
nice.
it was great.
So, and with filming, comes going to different locations, so also a lot of sightseeing there.
Oh yeah, just the running scene that we just saw, the very first scene, we ran right under London Bridge.
Nice.
And it was so cool. I mean, it was cold.
Cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't just cool. It was actually cool.
Yeah. But they were joking with us that if we were cold, it meant we weren't running fast enough. Which is true.
I mean,
It's that thing where running is supposedly warms you up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
Whatever.
so a great opening scene. Grace needs a little bit of alone time with Luke, and
Yep.
Natalie, we think, is going back to the hotel, but she confronts what we find out is the officer, and
Yeah, who
Got
looks
this-
like a peeping Tom.
Creepy.
Yeah,
Who looks like a
Creepy
paparazzi peeping
officer.
Tom. Natalie had an inkling. She saw the guy following her on the bicycle. I don't know if you caught that.
Yes.
You did.
Oh, I caught that.
Yeah.
And
good.
I was gonna say, you decided you're gonna kick some ass.
Exactly.
How was that scene for you?
Oh, it was real. I love action
Fun.
scenes. Like, it was really fun. I think Kevin Ryan was on last week.
Yes.
And he, or the 2 weeks
weeks.
because
Yes,
of the
he
4th
was.
of July. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, America. But he, I'm jealous of him because he gets to do a lot of action stuff. But it was, I liked it. It was fun.
No, and you could.
I was gonna say, is that actor all right, or just check.
We haven't heard from him.
He's not gonna make it to season
not
2.
gonna make it to
Shame.
season 2.
Yeah, but so we get right into it, and we find out Gwen is trying to turn some wheels
Yep.
for the
Gwen
Grace,
in this
for the
episode.
Molly case.
Yeah, Gwen's great in this. Naomi's awesome
Yes.
in this episode.
Yeah. What did you think of just her? She's so more motivated.
She's driven.
I think we
she
saw.
wants
Yeah.
this investigation to be hers and only hers.
Yeah, we saw so much of her personal motivation.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you, considering that she kind of seemed to be okay letting Bruno
Yeah,
steer
she
the
kind of
ship?
wanted.
I don't just say that just because
Yeah,
Billy Zane is on
no.
this show.
Yeah. Oof. Good one.
Good. Yeah, good pun.
What can I say I'm on tonight?
Yeah, but you see that she's motivated. You see what she's motivated
Yeah,
by.
more motivation.
No,
In particular.
Definitely, and we got right into it. Another big storyline that we find out early on is Grace. Luke has the art show, and Grace is really seeing him struggle.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so
That beginning there with him painting and stuff.
You know,
him trying to
Painting.
get his paintings perfect.
I gotta say, we see him in a lot of art. His apartment, his art studio. We haven't actually seen him really do much art.
Right.
I'm kind of hoping for them to be like.
He does though. Remember, he throws paint at the
Yeah.
canvas.
Yes.
He throws the
And
paint.
after the first episode, when they found Molly, and he was like throwing the red paint. That was the
Yeah.
worst time to be throwing red paint.
It's true, but it's like I
Because it
keep
looked like blood.
I
Yep,
keep
worst
expecting
time.
them to like show him, he's doing the brush strokes, and we know it's an
Well, it's
acting
only
thing. and-
episode 4. Like,
Well, I'm
it could
expect-
happen.
I want them to like flip it over and it looks amazing, and it's like he didn't do that, but they do that trick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was one of
But
my. Yeah, go ahead.
We see some of his artwork later on.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
the cute.
Grace?
It was very. I mean, it was so cheesy that I was
That it was
actually.
cute?
Yes, it's like,
Yep.
oh, he's an artist, babe. I painted your portrait, and
Yeah.
it's like, and she bought it. Well, she
And she
acts
bought
like
it.
she bought it,
Right.
but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So we see a lot of
Yeah.
different things. We see a lot of
Stay on track.
yeah. Oh, we
Yeah.
could go. You guys
We
got
could
so many
go in
twists.
so many directions.
But I was just gonna say,
So many cameras in here.
right?
Or it's
And,
overwhelming.
This room
feel
is
like
hooked up.
it's like we're being watched almost, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Feels
weird.
like it. Interesting.
Out of curiosity, we also have our live chat. So fans, thank you for tuning in. We're
Yes.
obviously coming back from the 4th of July break.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone in live chat right now?
We had someone earlier who asked dancing or singing. And you're
Oh yeah.
Singing what?
dancing
Do you
or
prefer
singing.
dancing or singing?
Oh, I like to do both at the same. No, so I used to be a dancer, but and then I was also in a punk band in high school.
Ooh,
But I think now it's still dancing. I love a good night out. Like, who doesn't love a
Hey.
good night out dancing?
there you go.
I'm terrible at dancing.
I can't do both, but if I had to pick my poison, how I'm gonna go out in like a viral video, I'd rather do bad dancing than bad singing.
I think I'd rather do that too.
The physicality.
Yeah,
you
you
like
know.
it.
Yeah, I'd rather do the physical thing than hurt someone's ears.
Yeah.
It's true. On
Yeah,
that
But
note,
that's in Something About Mary, where Cameron Diaz sings really bad. Like, there's something endearing where she sings really badly.
There is something, yeah.
like
There's something about
Like
Mary.
something Mary.
No, that's the wrong movie.
Wait, yes.
I'm totally quoting the wrong Cameron Diaz movie. It should have been My Best Friend's Wedding. Fail. Hashtag fail.
We're having a lot of fun tonight. I love
Yes.
it.
I have so much guilt.
Guilt, pun intended.
Ooh, so intended.
Hashtag fail.
Hashtag fail.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for the sound effect.
Yeah.
Should be the.
Woo.
You know, all right, so we get right into that. So a lot of stuff, Bruno, he really took center stage and,
Yes.
you know,
Yep.
taking a much bigger role. Well, you'd
Especially
find
in
out
your
how much
storyline.
more, but we're
Here's
going
a
to get
question:
into that
have
soon.
you guys had chips or French fries with vinegar and mayonnaise?
I have not.
I have not either.
Interesting. Go home tonight and try it because it's bizarre but good.
Oh.
And it's a thing. It's a thing in
like
England.
over there,
Really?
like
Yeah.
all of them just do that.
It's so standard that you get it like at McDonald's. You'll get packets of mayo, or it's a thing.
Really?
I'm not gonna judge it because I actually kind of liked it, but it was weird at first.
I like fries. I'm obsessed with fries.
Chips.
So, chips.
Chips and pop.
Chips.
Is it true
Yes.
that they say things like aluminum, aluminium, things like
Aluminium.
that? Like, ooh. Can you say that one more time for the?
Hashtag aluminium.
I mean, after that last scene, it's like, it just sounds great
Oh, I
coming
know.
from her.
I know.
I mean, just say
This
it like
one.
it is, you know. Hey, you guys, Freeform, you know,
Freeform
it's getting
is-
edgier. We say that
Freeform's
every
sexy.
week, and
Yeah,
you know,
Freeform
you,
is sexier than ABC
you threw your head in the
Family.
ring
It
this
is.
week. You
Yeah.
know, real quick, how was that shooting that? Is that your first time having a scene like that?
Unfortunately, no. I've done it quite a bit.
Okay.
No, but it's always awkward. But it's like what saves it is having a really good actor to work with, and Christian is so cool, and he made it painless. But it's awkward because it's actually very technical,
Right.
and then it's technicality when you don't have your clothes on is always it's a little weird because then. There's a room full of other men and women standing and
camera
watching
people,
you,
lighting.
looking at how you look on the monitor, and you're like, well, they're definitely judging me.
You know, I
a
always
whole bunch of
wonder,
crew members.
when you have when you're doing scenes like that. Obviously, you know, it's not this. It's far from sexy. You got the cameras, you got the director.
Yeah.
But for you, are you thinking about how you look necessarily? Like, am I doing this right with my partner, my co-star,
Yeah.
or are you more worried about like all the grips people, the mic person?
No, you
seeing
can't worry
everything?
about what they think because then you're screwed. You have to just sort of you've got to
You're
go
thinking too
fully
much.
into it. And if you care about what they think, it's just like in life. If you care about what other people think, it's not going to do you any
Yeah,
favors.
you think
Like,
too
you
much
just have to go
and
for
you
it.
judge yourself.
Hashtag life advice.
Yes.
Life advice on guilt.
Just go for it because otherwise, who cares? You know, you're one shot.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you know, getting back into someone had to make some choices, Bruno. So the first thing, we see him in the evidence room. He takes the Molly Ryan's panties, thong.
Yeah.
They just pull it right out of the bag.
Red thong.
Like, what are you doing?
red herring.
Hey,
red thong.
for a second there, I was almost weirded out. Like,
Everything's
Bruno,
red.
what are you doing with
Yeah.
that, man?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we see.
Who's-
So we saw the introduction of him and Prince Theo. We're getting
Yes.
more and more out of that relationship.
Yeah.
I like how we see little snippets of Prince Theo, like in between
Yeah.
all of the main storylines in the episodes.
Definitely.
It's interesting and kind
Yeah.
of sketchy.
Well, I want to get into Theo soon, but one of the biggest, I don't want to say revelations, but twists is that Roz, after being so tight with him, and I discussed it, that Roz, he turned away Roz.
Ooh.
Were you expecting that so early
Yeah.
on? Especially after we saw they're really comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely not.
No, and I was trying to think, it's like, is it, you know, he didn't take it seriously, like it was only supposed to be maybe a one-time thing?
Yeah.
Or is it more the situation with Theo, maybe he feels like he has to hide more from Roz, and that's why it's easier to turn to Natalie rather than his, not just, his partner, but his coworker?
I think
Yeah.
he's probably at this point one of the smartest people on my suspect list. Just because.
You think Bruno's
Wait,
a
who
suspect?
is?
No.
Bruno
Wait,
or
no.
Theo?
Theo.
Okay, Theo.
Theo, yeah, one of the smartest people on my suspect list, for sure.
I know. Well, I guess my question is, how much do you think Bruno feels for Gwen?
Ooh. Yeah.
Little bit. Do you
this
think it's
point-
just a physical
Gwen,
thing?
how much for Natalie?
Well, I
Wait,
mean, after
Bruno
that
for
one,
Natalie?
I mean, I just gotta say, how can you not be thinking about all that red
lot.
hair and just the dress?
Yeah.
After the fries and chips.
Fries and chips.
Yeah.
No,
Very
after the
good.
chips. then
I mean, I do gotta say,
connection
Natalie
was
seems
going
like
on.
she'd be more fun to go get a drink and fries and chips with than Gwendolyn.
Then Gwen,
so.
Yeah.
Gwen takes the investigation a bit too seriously and doesn't know when to stop, I feel like.
Yeah. Well,
Which-
because she lets her past sort of,
Haunt her.
yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
Crown Prosecutor, just like Scotland Yard, that sounds so much
Okay.
better. Wow! It's all
We
good,
were
it's all
talking
good.
about this before.
Yeah, I was actually saying,
They can't see anything. Nothing happens.
this is my
Nothing
second.
happened.
It's water, I swear.
You can have mine.
Nothing happened.
This is. Yeah, I don't need. I don't need
Investigate.
this is my second guest who's done that when I'm about to ask a question. It's crazy. It's
Gabriel
like
is a jinx.
apparently we have a very amazing.
Yes.
All right, Becca, you want to take it from?
Yeah, it's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks,
Special
Steve.
shout out
Thanks,
to our
Steve.
engineer
Engineer
Steve.
Steve.
You know,
Yes.
you can't see him, but he's the magician who just makes
You know what
everything
this
work.
is? Hashtag fail.
Hashtag. Yes.
It's my second fail.
I feel
of
like
the
you're gonna
show.
go back to the Freeform office and just start telling people like, you know what? I went over there. They gave me pizza.
They gave me pizza. They gave me water.
Everything went
fed
downhill
me.
from there.
They closed me. No, they didn't close me. They closed me in pizza.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, go ahead.
Why not?
Just toss it aside.
Nothing happened.
Such a nice office.
You know, there's no easy way to segue, so I'm gonna just bring it
Go.
up.
Just cut
So
it. Yeah.
we see Bruno go to Prince Theo's handler, for want of a better
Yes.
word.
Yeah.
And we
That's
find
exactly the right word.
Yeah, we find out. We get more hints about apparently Bruno, and this is his secret that Gwen and his partner and the rest of Scotland Yard doesn't seem to know. He framed a man named Donovan Trimley, and so we take it to assume he was some kind of child molester, kidnapper, some psycho like that, was locking kids in the basement, and Bruno took the steps he had to. He did some dirty police work in order to put this man away. So what do you think? Because we were wondering, what is it about,
What
this
is he
case?
hiding?
Yeah, that now, this is Bruno's big secret that's going to change the game. What did you think of that revelation?
I mean, the way you explain it, I'm kind of like, okay, good for Bruno. Like,
Yeah.
getting answers he needs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't knock him for
I don't think he really.
Well,
did
it is
anything wrong.
against the law to tamper with evidence.
It is.
And, everyone deserves a fair trial. But at the same time, a child molester
It's pretty
is not a
bad.
great person.
Thank
so,
you, Natalie
horrible.
Atwood. She switched out of Emily so well.
Hey.
No, it's true. Hey, if it was a real world thing, you would say he can't do that because now that psychopath is getting off because
Yeah.
they didn't have the evidence.
Yeah, and
Let's-
he probably would have if not for the evidence.
Yeah, but bending the rules, you go, Bruno. Got
Yeah.
rid of a bad person, but we find out more. Okay, not as important as much to the Grace case as far as his motivation and his bias, as we got into with Gwen, but the leverage Theo has on him now. Mm-hmm. So we discussed that. We saw our favorite royal, Prince Theo.
is mad.
I'm still trying.
I'm still trying to understand Theo completely at this point, just because we're seeing so little.
I'm almost wondering if he has a little bit of a pathology. Because Molly's dead. Did he have feelings? What is it so much that
Was
he's
it like
hiding?
a one-time thing?
Is he a bit of a sociopath that he only cares about keeping his status clean? Whereas
He definitely thinks about that all the time.
if
That's why he has
if Theo
so many
isn't the
secrets.
killer, why isn't he more concerned if he did care about Molly?
Very true.
Oof.
Why is he hiding so
Point.
much?
Good point.
I don't want to look you in the eye because I feel like she's gonna. I don't want to ask her something that's gonna put her in the pickle. So
I'm not going to answer your pickle question.
I
Ask
know,
me
but
whatever
it's
you
like-
want.
He is still one of my top 3, I guess.
top 3.
Who are your top 3?
Roz is first, I think. Definitely in this point. No, that's Renee's, and Renee is on the chat.
Emily.
Really? Hey, Renee.
Yeah,
We
Renee
miss you.
said I don't trust Natalie, so
Oh,
Yeah, I
Renee.
just gotta point out, there's a reason she's here and you're not. No, I'm just kidding. We
Sorry.
miss
We love you,
Everyone,
Renee.
where is Renee?
We love you, Renee.
I mean, I thought it was Grace until, they told us Renee isn't going to be here. And then she comes in. Hi, it's so great to join you.
I'm just gonna mess up your whole studio. Throw water all over your electrical equipment.
there you go. It's fine.
But, I'm glad that she's sticking to it from wherever she is. But yeah, I was a little shocked at that. And I'm wondering, I want a little more motivation. I'm still confused. Is Theo the one in line to become the king? Because I feel like that is... I want that to happen in the storyline because that raises the stakes so much.
For him.
Yeah, not just for him, but for all the characters. Suddenly, the Molly Ryan case isn't just, the Amanda Knox knockoff. It's got so many bigger
the world
implications.
watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want that twist to happen. They haven't.
Yes.
Maybe they're saving it, or maybe they're gonna go somewhere else. But I'm still holding on to that.
You know what I think? I still think that two people are involved in the whole thing.
But who would have Natalie helped?
Natalie.
I mean,
I was gonna say if it was like, if there were teams of people, I was gonna say Grace and Natalie could be behind hiding something.
I know. I mean, there's a reason they're so tight, right? They go
Yeah.
for runs in cold London together.
And
gotta
there's
be
a reason Natalie
something.
really wants to protect her sister.
All right.
She wants to protect her sister because it's her sister.
That's true.
I mean,
but,
that's so convenient. It's no fun.
It is convenient.
But
That's how love works. No.
like I feel like she doesn't know enough yet to completely trust that her sister didn't do it.
Okay. Well, we're setting up. Obviously, they haven't played all their cards yet, but it is starting to get a little more convoluted.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that we're setting up for that maybe we weren't expecting, a lot of suspicious characters. Who could it be? But now also the case itself.
Yeah.
Let's say the way they have it right now. Let's say Bruno finds out who does it in the next 2 episodes. What if something happens that he can't even get them now because of something Prince Theo does to protect his secrets?
Well, whoever finds out who did it first is gonna be in trouble. I feel like. Don't you think?
It is. No, I agree, and that's why I'm thinking. Well, which way are they really gonna send this one? Because it's I feel like we're still looking. Roz, I don't feel like she was any more innocent compared to last week. She's still hiding something.
We just weren't paying as much attention to Roz in this episode.
Yeah, and
as 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then Grace.
What do you guys think about James?
James, we didn't see enough of him. I
Right.
feel like he's that wild card still, just
Yeah.
because I think everyone thinks, well, it's
I
got
think
to
in
be
the last
Theo.
episode we were really questioning him.
Yes.
Right.
And we had a lot of different theories about why does Natalie hate him so much compared to Grace?
Yeah, why is he hanging out with Grace all the time behind Natalie's back?
And,
Right.
there's something to hide.
Yes.
One of the theories that I threw out there, is was James maybe inappropriate as a stepfather? That was one. We're looking for what's her motivation for being so angry that it just seems to be her deal. When James seems to be, he's paying for some high-powered lawyer, things like that. So it's like, what did he do that Natalie is so just against him? So I think we're looking for that motivation, and we're waiting for that big secret, I gotta say.
A lot of secrets.
Yeah, but
Many.
Secrets, lies, and guilt.
It's
Yes.
true. But let's talk about something
Hashtag.
you can definitely, discuss with us. We finally got something that we'd been hinting at, a very nice Bruno and Natalie scene at the bar. So I guess we were wondering, Natalie is someone we ship with so many characters.
I just found out
ship.
what that was.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
obsessed with using that
I love it.
terminology.
On a,
Shipping.
On a
But
side
is it
note-
shipping or ship? Like they're shipping?
I think it's like the way you use the verb.
Like can you
Ship
say
or
as a verb
shipping.
like I'm shipping them?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or, well, sometimes I say, like, I ship them.
Yeah,
Right.
Like I ship Natalie and Bruno.
Right.
Or I guess you could say past tense. I was totally shipping Natalie and Bruno
Right.
until I saw her with Stan.
So
and
that
So, I mean, hey, we have discussed so many characters are around Natalie and Grace. We don't know if she's a killer, but Natalie is that one. Maybe Stan is seeing how nice Natalie looks in her dress. Bruno is obviously interested. We saw I felt like there was a little spark with her and Patrick in that first episode, too.
Interesting.
So
I was thinking the Patrick spark, too, yeah.
Right. So, you certainly have caught, I think, the attention of a lot of the male characters. But for you, what was... For one, how do you build that chemistry for you? I'm assuming it's different every show, every case, but how was it for Guilt especially?
For Guilt especially, I think on the scene between Natalie and Bruno, the bar scene with the chips and that it was great because I don't know if you could tell, they split it. It was 3 different scenes.
Yes.
Right.
And so reading it, it was really long, but it was really well written. And it's fun, you can really sort of dissect the backstory. And Christian and I actually were able to talk about that. And then in talking with that, his character sort of talking about his father and issues with that, then we start to talk about our own issues with whatever.
It's like a casual, everyday conversation.
Yeah, it is. But you can also, I don't know, he's just like a very truthful person, and it's an easier. It's much easier to act with people.
Yeah, than
easier to talk to.
And it's is that part of it? It's you know what? If I'm going to do these scenes with you where we have that connection on camera, I do have to actually get to know you, and we do have to actually bond a little bit to make that real and palpable on screen.
Yeah, it really, I think it definitely helps. I don't know if it's necessary for every single scene that you shoot where you have to have a strong relationship, but I think it most definitely helps.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right. Well, the secrets, I've always wanted to know, because it's I can't imagine how, you have to make it seem real, but obviously it is acting that just as the word says. So how do you do that? So that's very fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I was wondering, did you know anyone before going in to film the show? Or
No, I didn't. And it was, they had all shot the pilot separately. My part was actually recast
I was
from
going
the
to ask you
pilot.
about that.
So that was interesting going in, to a group of people that had worked together, and then
be like the newbie.
be like the newbie playing into the group. But everyone was amazing, and it was actually great. And it was good because they shot the pilot in Budapest. So it was interesting to be able to go back and then work in London. So at least it was a new set, new space, and then a lot of the crew was new. Almost all of it was new. So
you weren't the only new
the
one
only
on.
fresh face.
And it seems, we've seen you guys, promoting it on Freeform. I love watching the interviews that you and Daisy Head do together. You already seem to be so tight. So
I love her. She's the best.
I'm assuming that, they really seem to integrate you very quickly. I feel like that probably happened, right?
Oh, definitely. She, her nickname for me is Red. And her last name's Head.
Really? Why?
I don't know, because my purple hair. No, but we'll say Redhead are coming together. And then it's interesting. Her actual sister is named Emily as well. So sometimes, how with your siblings, you have that, the way you can speak to them is just she'll sometimes out of the blue just be like, Emily. I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm your fake Emily sister.
Yes.
I was about to ask, do you do things like finish each other's sentences?
Oh, yeah. And it's great because her sister, Emily, is older, and then I have a younger sister.
Named
so
Daisy?
it's named Ellen, but still. It's,
So basically, it's an on-set sibling relationship.
it's like it's very, and then the character that plays James is her actual father in real life. So it was funny because they, when I first got on the show, they still hadn't cast his part, and they were looking at different people, and he was up for it, and I was like, I definitely think you should, because he's obviously going to love her more than me. And Natalie has so many issues with him, so it was interesting, but
Good casting call there.
I gotta say, how ironic. Emily replaces Renee here, and apparently Emily replaced Emily for Grace.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, but
Renee, we love you.
yeah, we do.
I do.
I have to point out that she actually brought it up first. It's like, oh, Renee had some theories about me being suspicious.
And now she's gone.
Now she's gone. What happened to
I
Renee?
mean, we all thought that Natalie
where's
couldn't have done
Renee?
it. Yeah, so,
#where's Renee.
yeah, we have so many more questions, but I want to get through the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
We saw Bruno. He does finally end up, I guess, bowing to the conditions of Prince Theo, and he takes Molly's blood. And we see
Oh, that was an
did.
intense scene.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
intense.
Good idea, Brian.
It was
What are you
nasty.
doing?
It's, you know, but,
Like sneaky
Yeah.
much.
but you know what? I like that it scares you because that's when you know the show's got substance.
Oh no, it has
Yeah.
a ton of substance.
That's
It's
a good
so
point.
dark.
If
When the lighting is dark.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the way they shoot everything. I don't know what filter they're using on the
Yeah.
camera, but it just works.
Yeah.
Because all those, especially the scenes of the
London's pretty dark, you know.
Yeah, the London
That's true.
skyline, it just pops every time
It
they do
does.
that wide
It's
shot. And
gorgeous.
yeah, so I like the way they're doing that. It sets a nice tone.
Very cinematic.
Yeah, but we
You
find
know like what kind of show it is just from the camera.
yeah, but we see so that's gonna come into bigger play down the line. Also, want to discuss. We saw our favorite vengeful brother Patrick.
Yes.
So we saw
clown.
the scene with for a guy who's so intense and ready to kill someone, he just knows how to turn on the charm when he wants to, doesn't he?
Well, first of all, I'm glad he didn't leave.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I wasn't thinking he would leave, but
I was gonna say, so you knew he wasn't gonna
No, I-
leave.
Why are you glad that he didn't leave?
because
I don't know. Could it be something
Could it
about how
be
he
something
sounds?
about the Irish bro?
something. Ooh. Whoa.
Thank you, studio audience.
Yeah, we have a huge studio audience.
Guys, calm down. Calm down. You in the green shirt over there. Oh my god.
Yeah, but so really, what
I'm
did
so
you
happy
think?
they're not just in my head.
So I guess what did you think of him? You know, confronting Haley and him finding out that secret. Now he knows Molly's dirty laundry and.
Ooh, the dirty laundry. Do you see what he just did?
Actual
With
dirty
the
laundry.
laundromat scene. The laundromat
I
scene.
didn't even mean to do that, but it's,
Oh, you
Yes,
should
I
have just
totally
owned
did.
up to
Dirty
it. That was
laundry.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, wait. Like, took me a second. Oh, okay.
you know,
I liked it when the two Irish people cheered.
Yes. I was like, oh, they're both Irish. That's cute. They should be together.
that makes me down the line. Maybe I mean, if Gwen is so focused on the case, maybe Patrick. He seems like a very lonely guy, and Haley maybe doesn't trust Roz as much now.
Roz looks super pissed.
So
She looked
I think
mad.
there's some stuff yet to happen, and then we have to get into it. Gwen obviously interrogates Grace. We saw she tried
Bruno's
to.
mad that he's not interrogating Grace.
Yes.
He's not the one.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I felt like we kind of got an idea that I felt like Veena Patel was gonna maybe be the one to tip off Gwen, but we saw it was
yeah.
just it was Gwen at the bar, and that deteriorated everything very quickly.
Yes.
I guess what did you think of that scene? I love watching Daisy just play those off so well.
Those puppy dog eyes. She can play that, like, she does that so well. You just want to believe everything that's coming out of her mouth.
Right?
Even though, like, somewhere back in your mind you don't believe it.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
we've talked about it's those little things she's doing that it's
Yeah.
like she couldn't have done it. Wait, yes, she
Wait,
could have.
yes. She's kind of
You know
insane.
firsthand. What did you think when you see her really just, putting people on the fence? It's like, because she is playing, could she or couldn't she have? What did you think watching her personally?
What do you mean, like as Natalie or me watching her?
You as an actress.
As an actress, oh, she's so great because she really does keep you guessing, and she really can switch it from take to take, and she can really turn on the sadness, and it's not just like a lot of actors can cry and can be and can have like the whatever, but she like.
You see the
There's
signs.
a layer, like you were saying. There's a layer behind it of like, what is that? Are those tears? Are they real?
Yeah.
Because it's really good.
You see the sadness even if she doesn't cry.
Yeah,
So to speak.
It's true, but the more I watch her, the more
but it's
don't
tricky.
trust her.
Yeah,
I know there's also that thing, it's like she just knows how to play. She's also has that thing about being a female. It can get a little, you want to believe, no, I couldn't have done it. She has that very innocent face, and she can use that voice, but it's like, that's exactly why it's deceiving.
yep,
That you want to trust her, you don't trust her. I don't know.
yep.
Right.
With like every character in the show, I'm like, there's part of me, like a reason I do trust them, a reason I don't.
she's definitely, we're gonna have to just see how it develops, I
Yeah.
think.
Keep tabs on her.
Yeah, but anyway,
definitely.
we only have a little bit of time left, so let's get right into the conclusion. We see them at the art gallery. Luke, it
and-
looked like he was finally about to turn over a new leaf, but Gwendolyn just played those cards, and suddenly we have... I feel like we're waiting to see how Grace is going to react to that. And also, Luke, did you think he had honestly turned over a new leaf, or was it more...
It was just him wanting to get Grace to trust him more than anything.
A little bit of that manipulation again?
Yeah, both are very good at manipulating other people, which is why I think they, at the end
but
of the
Luke
day, they
takes
like
Had
each
that
other.
hard time doing it
And
to
yeah.
each other.
You
Yes.
add the drugs in with the
Yeah.
deception.
You add the drugs in, and it's just a whole other level of bad.
Yep.
But
We see Patrick obviously struggling to come to terms with what he's learned. I feel like,
Yes.
though, I feel like he's going to get numb to it, and I wouldn't be surprised. I even thought they were going to show him inside the club trying to really get those inside details now, because I think...
feel like you don't count that moment out, maybe?
Yeah, so I think, it's going to be shocking. It might
Yeah.
even make him a little more twisted, but I don't think it's going to peel back on his motivation.
No.
And then, there was this one redhead apparently hooking up at the same time. I mean,
Someone.
does she look familiar to you, Becca?
I don't know.
What you're talking
Yeah, I don't know. Who? What?
Well, we've already discussed it, but do you think that this is going to be something that lasts a long time?
I like it. I ship it.
You ship it? Do you ship it more than any of the other ones with the other characters? Personally, I do, because I feel like it makes the most sense.
Yes, as of now.
Emily, what do you think?
I ship it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we see...
I ship anything that doesn't include Billy Zane because of the ship reference.
that's fun. It would be doomed like the Titanic.
Like the Titanic.
Speaking of, Bill asked how is working with Billy Zane.
Oh, it's great. It's a constant hilarious, like a stream of hilarity. He's great, and he's so... sometimes it's hard to just get him to stop telling jokes.
I feel like even the way like he dresses on the show and stuff is just makes you love him automatically.
Yeah.
Like right when he's in a scene, you're like, yes.
I wanted to ask you a certain question. I'd heard you talk about it previously in another interview. What happened when you and Daisy were in the train car with Billy Zane and the windows got foggy?
Oh, I said train car because I didn't know how to describe it. Like where we were eating lunch, it felt like a train car, and it was right next to this canal.
Okay.
But it was freezing outside, and it was really hot inside,
Right.
and the windows were foggy, and Daisy was drawing on it. And I said, I really want to do something right now, but it's incredibly inappropriate.
What did you do?
And he goes, and both Daisy and Billy go, you have to do it. So I put my hand up on the window and then dragged it down. And then, like, without missing a beat, though, Billy looked at me and goes, you're never going to let that go, huh? Never let that go.
Does he get like references just thrown at him all the time?
They told us that when they were shooting in Budapest, they went somewhere and it was like early bird special dinner. It was like 5 p.m.
Right.
He walked in and there was, of course, like this old man playing the grand piano in the window. They walked in, sat down, ordered like dinner. And my heart will go on.
Oh,
The guy started playing it on the piano. I'm like, he can't escape it.
I mean,
But
at least it was a good movie that people keep talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
like years later,
Could be
people
worse.
keep talking about it. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd hate to
It's
be
a
those
success.
guys who played in the new Fantastic Four, having to keep hearing about that one. But you know, before we go, let's get into some quick predictions because obviously it's a murder mystery, and we always think more about who could it have done it after each
Who?
episode.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
ooh,
All right.
that sounds different.
So okay, we're now episode 4. How are you feeling? Who's suspect number 1 right now?
Ross.
Ross, still Ross.
Still, even though we didn't see as much of her in this episode, yeah.
Did
Ross.
anyone feel more guilty
In
after
this
this
episode?
after this episode? Did you feel differently about someone else's possible involvement?
Prince Theo.
Prince Theo.
Yep. We only saw him for like, I don't know how many minutes, but yeah.
I agree too, but now I'm split. I feel like between him and James, one of them I feel like is gonna be the killer, whereas the other one is the father. I feel like that has to be it.
But Theo has motive, or he thinks he has motive.
I feel like we'd find out James has one too. We just haven't learned it yet.
We just haven't learned it yet,
Yeah, but
maybe.
Because I can't see them doing the double whammy on one of them, because I feel like it would just make one of those characters too irrelevant too soon. Or maybe they're waiting for it down the stretch. But I agree.
Again, maybe two people
Ross
work
and
together.
Theo.
Ross and Theo, yeah. That would be Ross and Theo.
I know, I feel like Ross... My only thing about a Ross and Theo team up was that I can't see Theo right now being the kind of guy who would honestly want to work with Ross, knowing just how she is, and she doesn't seem like the kind of person you could trust with royal secrets, plain and simple.
No, I mean, she keeps her own secrets. So
She does. I know.
I feel like-
Emily?
I'm not telling you
Yeah.
anything.
yeah.
I
They didn't even
Predictions
tell
now.
us. They didn't tell us until the very last episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us. And it was great.
Okay, so can you describe the rest of the season in like 3 words?
Yeah.
No way, Jose. No.
That is priceless.
I don't know anything I say. I don't want to give anything away. Just keep. Next week
good.
is a new episode, and
Okay.
I love next week's episode.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I'm excited.
It's safe to say everything's just going to keep escalating from here, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps escalating every week. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, we can't wait. And we'll be back with you guys next week to talk all things
Well,
guilt.
Actually,
Oh, wait.
be back on Sunday, and then Monday. Sunday we have
Yes.
Sam Cassidy coming in.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
Prince Theo himself.
Yes.
yes. So, you know,
We're gonna
I
interrogate
gotta ask,
him.
is he a royal pain on set? Just
He
kidding.
is
Yes.
not. No, he's lovely.
Okay.
He's actually good.
All right,
So-
yeah, so we'll be seeing you guys apparently sooner than I
Yeah,
expected.
Sunday.
Yeah, so, you
Get
know.
it together.
Sorry, Sunday.
You knew
Sunday.
that.
I forgot. You can catch me on Twitter at Double G on TV. Emily, where can people find you?
Emily_Tremaine on
You
Twitter.
can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
Thanks, guys.
Mwah. Get this out.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.